for you to take. Oh, and also we are recording at this point as well for posterity.
Thank you so much, Karen. It is my great honor to present to you the ACE, the 2024 ACE Award recipients. I'll tell you a little bit about each award before I tell you about the winners. The ACE Early Career Award recognizes outstanding accomplishments and promising future potential for research, policy, or activism in any field of environmental science and studies. Through this award, ACE honors individuals who are early in their careers but have made significant contributions to knowledge, community, and diversity in environmental studies and science. The 2024 recipient of the ACE Early Career Award is Dr. Lawrence Delina. Dr. Delina is an assistant professor of environment and sustainability at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. He is the author of several books: Strategies for Rapid Climate Mitigation, Accelerating Sustainable Energy Transitions, Climate Actions, and Emancipatory Climate Actions. He is an associate editor of the Journal of Environmental Studies and Sciences, and he's a visiting research fellow at the Frederick S. Pardee Center for the Study of the Longer Range Future at Boston University. His research has received support from the Sumitomo Foundation, the World Academy of Sciences, the United States Institute of Peace, International Studies Association, the Philippines Department of Science and Technology, the Robert Ho Family Foundation, and the International Center for Nonviolent Conflict. The ACE Awards Committee noted Dr. Delina's accomplishments as a scholar at the intersection of climate, policy, energy, and resilience, with a specific emphasis on vulnerable populations in Southeast Asia. They also noted his dedication to the field, particularly his collaborative and consistent support of students and more junior researchers via the Delina Research Group. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Delina for this award. Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming today. We are so excited to have you here.
Of course, thank you.
Yay! All right. Okay, our next award is the Freudenburg Lifetime Achievement Award. The Lifetime Achievement Award seeks to recognize and advance the spirit of ACE co-founder, the late Professor William R. Freudenberg, whose seminal work in risk perception, social disruption, and the causes of environmental degradation helped to shape our contemporary discipline. Through this award, ACE honors members of the profession who have also devoted their lives to strengthening our field by mentoring the next generation of environmental scientists and activists, by fostering disciplinary and human diversity in environmental science and studies, and by engaging in outreach to critical decision makers and the public. The 2024 recipient of the ACE Freudenburg Lifetime Achievement Award is Dr. Stephanie Kaza. Dr. Kaza epitomizes the type of environmental scholar, educator, and leader that the Freudenburg Lifetime Achievement Award seeks to honor. She was a founding member of ACE and served on the Executive Council from 2010 to 2015. In this role, she was a strong advocate for the mission of ACE. Several current board members remember that Stephanie helped inspire their interest in the organization early on. In addition, she has been a leader in the interdisciplinary field of environmental studies for most of her career, serving for many years as the director of the environmental program at the University of Vermont and on the U.S. Council of Environmental Deans and Directors. Dr. Kaza's scholarly contributions reflect a commitment to integrative environmental scholarship. Her publications underscore the significance of humanities and interdisciplinary environmental studies. Notably, her last 3 books, published by the Buddhist Press Shambhala Publications, delve into the intersection of spirituality and ecology. Green Buddhism, Practice and Compassionate Action for Uncertain Times, for example, poses the question of whether Buddhists can offer a critical perspective in environmental discourse. Equally significant is Dr. Kaza's impact as an educator. Through her extensive career, she has excelled in teaching and lecturing on various topics. In 2011, she received the University of Vermont George V. Kidder Outstanding Faculty Award, a testament to her excellence in teaching. Dr. Kaza has made truly exceptional contributions to this organization and to the field overall, making her a more than deserving recipient of this award. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Kaza, and I'd like to invite her to share some remarks with us at this time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Susan. I'm live now and we're ready to roll? Yes. Well, let me bring greetings from Portland, Oregon, where we are currently in a minor heat wave with high temps reaching into the 90s. I am feeling the heat across the globe in Saudi Arabia, where spiritual pilgrimage has become life-threatening, and in New England in the Midwest, where summer solstice records are being broken, like many these days. Our heat is the world's heat. We are all heating up. We are living in a heat hazard world, as you all know. I bring salutations from the mighty Columbia River flowing out to the Pacific, whose watersheds are home to the great tree elder tribes: Douglas fir, Sitka spruce, western red cedar, western hemlock, and gift giver salmon, shapeshifter raven, and other spirits of deep time. I'm speaking from lands still occupied and mostly not ceded from the Multnomah, Clackamas, Clawawalla, and Watlala bands of Chinookan peoples and the Tualatin Band of Kalapuya peoples. I honor their ecological and spiritual wisdom and acknowledge my newcomer's presence as a settler colonialist. Mount Hood, Mount Adams, and Mount St. Helens are our mountain guardians and source of our water. These lands where I live have long been marked by fire and ice, volcanoes and glaciers, ice age floods, and still active tectonic plates. It's a very lively place. A few days ago, I returned from a camper van pilgrimage to see the big trees of Olympic National Park. I'm happy to report that despite the heartbreak of systematic forest ravaging up there, many tall trees are still standing and the beautiful glacial rivers still flow clear. There is strong spirit in this land and medicine to be found along many green trails. May that medicine support my words today. It is my great honor to accept the 2024 nomination for the William R. Freudenburg Award for Lifetime Achievement in our beloved field of environmental studies and sciences. This is personal for me, as I knew Bill in the early days and was completely thrilled when he pulled together the first Environmental Studies Summit at UC Santa Barbara in 2006. It was a beautiful seed of something we all needed, and I was so happy to have found my people there, all of you. From that first summit through to the formation of ACE as a formal association 3 years later, our membership has made steady efforts to foster convivial dialogue and friendship. We knew we needed a safe refuge from the intense competitive pressures of our disciplinary conferences. Making connections, making friends was a top priority, and I hope it still is. It looks like it. Spurred on by the early enthusiasm for ACE, I quickly signed up to host the 2011 conference at University of Vermont. I was still pretty new in my position as environmental program director, but I was well aware of the threats and budget challenges to environmental studies and science programs across the country. The conservative forces of academia were, and still are, more than reluctant to give full recognition of interdisciplinary scholarship and curriculum. To host the ACE conference would give me a chance to add standing to our field on my home turf. I was blessed to have outstanding support staff who set up excellent field trips for us so we could enjoy each other in the beautiful state of Vermont. Perhaps most memorable of all was the closing speech by Senator Bernie Sanders. I hope some of you remember it. It was an audacious ask on my part, but I was thrilled when his staff accepted the invite. Yet it came with the caveat that the senator might be called back to Washington that weekend. He wasn't, and we were lucky. His charge to us as academics: to do some meaningful work that would make a difference in the world. From there, he went on to run for president. We heard him first. He is still working hard at age 80 to calling on young people, on students, to help care for our fragile democracy and vote, vote, vote this election year. As I look at ACE today, I am deeply happy that the association is serving its original vision and purpose to support the interdisciplinary scholarship and teaching of environmental studies and sciences academics. Every time I see another journal contents arrive online, I am thrilled to see the wide range of scholarship from junior and senior scholars alike. ACE is flourishing, even if it sometimes may feel like a fragile raft of twigs held together by bits of twine. For a young professional organization, this is a miracle. Well, since retiring from UVM in 2015, I have continued to take up climate awareness work in Portland with local groups. From helping to organize an early seminar series to recent youth strikes, I'm staying tuned and doing my part. We have passed some great climate bills in Oregon, including a first step in state treasury divestment of fossil fuels. In 2 weeks, our elders chapter of Third Act will be hosting Bill McKibben, and I'll be delighted to introduce him to the crowd as a dear old friend from Vermont days. He is a new grandfather. How great is that? Check out his newest book, The Flag, the Cross, and the Station Wagon, full of fresh insight and good writing, as always. Well, after my collection of essays, Green Buddhism, came out in 2019, I spent considerable time working with an important mentor of mine, perhaps for many of you as well, Joanna Macy, who turned 95 last month. I asked around to see if someone might be putting together a festschrift of her life contributions to global environmental work, as of course I would want to contribute. Well, I became the one to coordinate and edit that volume titled A Wild Love for the World. And it was quite a humbling experience to honor her deep teachings and enormous legacy around the world. I then went on to edit the third edition of her collection of seminal essays, World as Lover, World as Self. It was COVID times by then, and thus we went page by painstaking page on Zoom. It was very intimate. I carry Joanna's teachings with me as I look out across our troubled landscape of anger and division, the pandemic rupture barely healed, the scope of disinformation accelerating daily. Like you, I have watched as the battles for stability of governance structures, of schools, of households, of our own physical and mental health are undercut by increasingly strong forces of instability. We are up against extreme market competition for our attention and powerful strategic forces sowing chaos, disinformation, and doubt. I cannot overstate the challenges to system survival at so many levels, whether from climate change, wealth inequity, civil disruption, or toxic chemicals, all of the above. I am not telling you anything new. And also, I am grateful, so grateful for your company as we witness this time together. Joanna might call it, in systems terms, a time of positive disintegration, or as she sometimes says, the great unraveling. Such times as these call for strong attention. We are all waking up together to find our way through in a world without a map. I think of environmental studies and sciences people as wayfinders, as people seeking sustainable paths forward, paths with heart and integrity. I believe this is what our students find as they read our bright thinkers and as they work collaboratively across multiple fields of study. Many of us have long been committed to breaking down the harmful binaries of jobs versus environment, or sciences versus social sciences, etc. To every student of every persuasion, I have said, you are welcome here. Business, art, health, political ecology, policy, bring your environmental systems thinking perspective to your zone of impossible complexities and think wide and deep on behalf of the planet. Today, I am thinking about the core importance for each of us and for our programs of speaking with an authentic voice. The academy often conditions us to muffle our voices out of fear for our jobs, to downplay the strength of our concerns. It is conservative by nature, and our viewpoints are still on the margin, even with the wider acceptance of interdisciplinary engagement. Some institutions may now give weight to, quote, scholar practitioners, though perhaps not yet to scholar activists. With all the pressures on us as academic professionals, as well as our own heartbreaking despair at the state of the world, it is more important than ever to find our own true voices. We are drowning in words. How will we know which ones are based in authentic experience and not just glib intellectual or social commentary? So as I close, I ask you to think of your heroes of authentic voice, the writers, the speakers, those who have taken bold action. Rachel Carson, Wendell Berry, Gary Snyder are among mine from an earlier era, and of course, Joanna Macy. And now there are so many good global writers and advocates for climate justice. Who among them speaks from a true grounded place with heart? Who among them lives their concerns and saves their words for what is truly important? Who checks with the land, with the ancestors, with the community to be sure their words are truth-filled? Whose eyes are clear and calm as they speak? I ask you, how can you be an authentic voice for your students, for each other, for the world? The world needs such authenticity in the midst of the competing narratives and chaos of lies. You here meeting today in ACE, this is my ask of you. Please join me in speaking our deep time truths in the face of existential climate threats. You are greatly needed. Your students need you. Your colleagues need you. And our voices are stronger together. Thank you. Thank you for all you are doing. It is truly important. It all counts. Please keep going. Keep showing up with your authentic voices. You are part of the medicine for this beloved and ailing planet.
Stephanie, Carol was just remarking that we feel like we need a moment of silent reflection after your remarks. Thank you so much for what you've shared with us today. I think many of us who had the privilege of hearing your thoughts are deeply moved and delighted by hearing your association with ACE and reaffirming the purpose of what we do, and delivered so lyrically and with such warmth. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your being with us today. Deepest, warmest congratulations on receiving the Freudenburg Lifetime Achievement Award. And also, the Lifetime Achievement Award means that you are forever a member of ACE. And that personally brings me much joy and happiness to know that you're forever part of this community. So I'd like to take a moment in case I think I can see that the chat is filling up with those who are sharing congratulations. But if anybody else would like to take a moment to add a comment before we proceed with the business part of the business meeting, I'd like to invite people to take a moment to do that if they wish.